The IEM Cologne Major 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most pivotal Counter-Strike tournaments in history. Set within the legendary Lanxess Arena, the event marks the culmination of a year of intense roster shuffles and meta-defining strategies. Every team entering this cathedral of esports knows that a win here carries a weight and legacy that no other trophy can match. The favorites are led by a dominant team spirit, coming off a flawless season where Donk's raw firepower seemed almost algorithmic. Their execution on Mirage and Nuke has reached a point of robotic perfection, but the pressure of being the hunted is a different beast. Meanwhile, NAVI enters with a point to prove, having reworked their CP side to counter the aggressive styles that dismantled them in the spring. Vitality has flown somewhat under the radar, but with ZYWE playing a more assertive lurker role, their adaptability could be their greatest weapon. The dark horse is Muz, whose young core has shown they can dismantle any system when their confidence peaks. No one is counting out FaZe either, as Kerrigan's mind for in-game innovations tends to shine brightest when the stakes are highest. The group stage has already produced a bombshell, with Astralis failing to advance after a shocking upset to an unsponsored squad who utilized a AAAWP setup on Overpass. This result has sent a tremor through the bracket, proving that no historical org is safe from the new wave of hungry challengers. The crowd's reaction was deafening, a mix of heartbreak and raw excitement that defines the Cologne atmosphere. The arena layout has been redesigned this year, with larger player booths to accommodate the rising trend of standing desks and better soundproofing to rival the roaring German crowd. But despite the tech upgrades, the human element remains. We have already seen one player visibly shaking during a 1v3 clutch situation, the immense pressure of 10,000 eyes often breaking even the steadiest hands. The semi-finals are set to feature a rematch between G2 and Team Spirit, a series that will test whether Nico can finally slay his playoff ghost. Their last meeting ended in a 16-14 nail-biter on Ancient, and the revenge narrative is simmering. The key tactical battle will be at the B-bomb site, where G2's aggressive utility usage will clash with Donk's ability to find impossible impact frags. The casters have been building up the storyline of the EMIYA effect, a term coined for players who rise to a god-tier level specifically at this German event. This year, that mantle seems to belong to a relatively unknown rifler from Liquid, whose mid-round shot calling has transformed their offense. If they can maintain this peak for 2 more maps, he could cement his legacy overnight. The grand finals are expected to draw a peak viewership of over 1.2 million concurrent viewers, breaking records set in 2023. The broadcast has integrated a new real-time heat map overlay that shows player positioning probabilities, adding a layer of strategic depth for the audience at home. However, the true spectacle remains the physical reaction from the floor seats when a round is stolen with a zero-time defuse. A controversial pause occurred late in the lower bracket final, sparking debate about coach timeouts and their impact on momentum. This has led to immediate discussion among officials about tightening the rules for the major circuit next year, further highlighting how this tournament is not just crowning a champion, but also shaping the future rulebook of competitive CS2. When the final smoke clears and the confetti falls on the Lanxess stage, the IEM Cologne 2025 champion will have earned a permanent page in history. The trophy will be lifted by a team that mastered not just aim and position, but the ability to survive the emotional chaos of this unique arena. The echoes of this tournament will define the narratives going into the major later this year.